for a more open and responsible and responsive government built on the current foundation, which is not too bad. I have already asked some individual council before, but this time I would like to ask for the whole board, except the missing Mr. Bevan, that we find a way to upgrade the contact information with the citizen resident of the town in the form of text or email address. Having the city, to start with the city, to during any contact with the individual citizen, resident, for it to be text, legal, for example, a traffic ticket or whatsoever, or summon for the building hearing. Open a format to ask for the citizen to voluntarily provide their e-contact information. And then the city have to fulfill to contact the citizen in that format, if they provide it, to be qualified as fully legally inform the citizen for whatever the reason. Because in my personal in my experience, because I never received a certified letter during the COVID period, that the USPS do not have to have the receiver to sign the certified letter. For that, I missed the chance to respond to the summons and challenging their standing, their argument to tear down the building. And therefore they have a chance to be arbitrarily grant me some building to keep and tear down the other building. Grant me the building in the worst condition, harder to fix, but let me keep the one that is easier to, but not letting me to keep the one easy to fix and cheap to fix. The building is gone, but as I said, with or without the buildings, I said it months ago, with or without the building, this matter would not go away. Not because that I'm not responsible, not because that I'm reasonable. It's because that I was the one taking every punch from the city, and the city did not carry out the whole process correctly. And most recently, I found out that the contract for the bidder, the
Thank you,
demolition.
Mr. Chan. Your time.
I will come back next 2
Your
weeks.
time is up. Anyone else wish to be heard? Hearing none, we'll close this portion of the agenda and go to comments from mayor or council members. We did have a finance committee meeting this afternoon. Vice Mayor Pedigo chairs that committee. Would you like to address response to that?
Yes, we had a good meeting. The main topic on our agenda was the nonprofits. We have a recommendation to the council for nonprofits. I wish we could have filled all the requests of nonprofits because they're all very, very important to take care of our community and those people who need to be taken care of, and all of the things that they offer. But sometimes it's just impossible to be able to do that. But we tried to make sure that everybody's included. Thank you.
Anyone else wish to be heard on any item?
Mayor, our employees are very important to us, and our employees, especially those who've been here for a very long time, become family. And I meant to mention, when I came on board, Carl Gilbert was the Director of Public Works, and I think we need to recognize he passed away. It's been over a month now, and I meant to mention that when that happened. And many of you all who are here know what an integral part. I know Paul, you knew Carl rather. And then we, just this last week, Sharon Monroe. Many of you all remember Sharon. Sharon was here in the administrative office, and she also served for many years in the planning department. And I don't think and we can go on, and if there's anybody else that was a director or just an employee that you can think of, and I know we just recently had the funeral for Deputy a family there. And so I'd just like for us to take a minute to think about the contributions that these individuals have made. We were talking about that earlier. Whoever's here, those decisions that are made are not just for today. They are forever. And so I think that's why we need to be very mindful in our decisions, and the discussion that we have is always hopefully moving us forward. So if we could just take a second, just a moment of silence, please.
All right, let's bow our heads and have a moment of silence for those folks. Amen. Thank you, Kay, for that. Any other council member have any comments they wish to make? Council, we do have a pre-work session afterwards that Steve will be leading. If there are no other items to come before the council, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.